What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Jellyfish Coin YouTube channel. This is our weekly dev live stream. I believe this is episode 40,
Yep.
if I remember correctly. So
So,
appreciate everybody showing up. Unfortunately, our fearless leader had something that he had to take care of tonight. So it looks like it's just going to be Trips, Dragon, Dave, and myself tonight. So we're gonna see, what all kind of good stuff we can cover for you guys tonight. I think we do actually have some exciting things to cover. Um, so yeah, I would like to give a special shout out to a few people. If you will give me just a second. Looks like we have Techman Ty here. Shout out to him first. We got Rad CPU Man, and we also have the Man. So appreciate you guys commenting, getting the ball rolling. You know what I mean? So I'll just go ahead and throw this out there. If you're here, go ahead and smash the like button. Know what I'm saying? I think we have a few things we're going to cover. Nothing too crazy, but definitely some things that you'll hear from Trips today that we haven't heard in quite some time. That's going to be super exciting to cover. Without further ado, I guess we
yeah,
will
yeah,
go
I
ahead
can
and
just,
pass it over to my boy Trips.
yeah, I can just pass it off. Let me take a sip real quick. Um,
Shout out to the Jelly Mug.
yeah, yeah. Shout out to the Printify store. If anybody watching didn't know, we do have a Printify store. I decided to get a mug. Yeah. So today at I don't even know. I should know the exact time. It was like 6:50 something. I sent off the update to Apple for the test flight. I don't want to say test flight application, but the test flight version of the application. Also resubmitted to them, basically saying, hey, look at our app again, give us some concrete, hard stuff that we can fix rather than being vague in a polite way. Excuse me, by the way, I lost my voice a couple days ago, but yeah, just submitted that today. Got the Android app, the newest version of it with our latest database updates and all that good stuff. Um, Still need to make some changes on it, obviously. Gonna to the came to mind. I need to add all of our new mining pools because I think all we had was Varus and Warthog as of the current version.
Yep.
So got some work to do on it. Also, the to go over to the Android version, I did submit the updated version there. So I tested it a couple times and it was kind of wonky. It worked. What I had to do was basically delete the app and then re-download it through the link that I got through the email, and that gave me the latest version. I tried to do the update. They say that you can visit the excuse me, the Android, the Google Play Store, and just click on update. Which I looked through the documents 5 or 6 times, and that's all they could say. But our app isn't on the actual Play Store yet, so it didn't make sense to me. So, again, if you have any problems, that's what the Discord channels are there for. Just give me a shout. If I'm not around, I do apologize. I've been as we were chatting before the stream, I'm in the process of moving, so really busting butt on the home front. I'm still up to date with the team, still corresponding with them as always.
Show show him that index finger you got going right now.
Which one?
Up,
That one?
up. No, not that. Yeah,
Oh,
he's been
that's a
working, brother.
that's a hammer. That's a hammer,
Yeah.
yeah. And then that, I think I have a splinter, dude, and I can't get it. Oh, Batman with the 13.99 maple syrup. Thank you, sir. Again, speaking on the app, big shout out to Batman. Big shout out to Dave. Dave's here, so he can actually hear me in person say, you guys kicked it. You hit it out of the park, actually, is what I wanted to say. But yeah, all of our app database stuff is working. I was able to test, and also Batman tested the faucet drip, which is basically the crucial link in between the two, that really shows us everything's working and functioning as it properly should. So if you are an app, oh, Bob, I'm sorry about your thumb, dude. Um, I hope it wasn't a hammer, because hammer, bro, I've hit my hand with a hammer like 5 times in the
It
past
didn't
week.
look fun.
No, it hurts. But yeah, the the ball is rolling again. Again, my apologies. I got to focus on what I got to focus on at home, but it's kind of reaching the end of it. I had, basically the laundry list of stuff, and I'm getting down to. Of course, I saved the hardest stuff for last, like an idiot, but down to a couple big projects when it enables me. Like I set a couple tiles today. We had some broken tiles, so I set some tiles so I could sit down and work on it while I'm waiting for it to dry, keeping the kids away from it. Um, but yeah, the in app world, things are going well. I do hope to, like I said, update the mining pools on our next version now that I'm familiar with the actual update process, at least through test flight. It was smooth. I didn't, if you get in the Apple chat, I don't know if I mentioned it, but I honestly didn't think it would work, because it was like, it's just too easy. There's no way it's going to be that easy. But yeah, essentially, I just updated the actual version, and the Apple Connect is what they call it. And then, as my dad says, Bob's your uncle. It actually sent out an alert to Dave Plays, who just disappeared, but that's cool. He's got young man. Um, so yeah, if you're on the test flight app, please go update it, get plugging away. I know there's not too much new stuff on it that we did update on this version. If anything, to be honest with you, there may be a bug or two that aren't there anymore, but it's honestly hard to keep track of what I did 2 months ago. But yeah, I'm going to put my focus on getting the mining pools together on it. And then, like I mentioned, I think at our dev meeting, if you will, like our staff meeting we have every Monday, I'm going to try to polish it up. I've been seeing there's a lot of there's a lot of crypto apps that are there's a couple different styles, but I kind of want to polish ours more as a refined app, not necessarily in that crypto like loud in your face, but more of a polished look. Feel free in the channels. That's what they're there for. If you have any suggestions, whether it be color schemes, if you don't like where a button is or anything like that, um, we like, well, I like to say I have no feelings in this, because I've learned almost everything from the bottom up in this. So as far as design and art, Batman says he's art unintelligent, I'll say, but
He's
but
definitely not.
he's not.
He's humble.
Yeah, he's very helpful. But yeah, we basically don't. I when I provide feedback, a lot of the times I feel bad giving something negative, but please don't. That's the only thing that's going to make us better. So that being said, I'm going to push to get a couple of those bugs fixed that you guys mentioned, as well as adding a couple new cool functions. I don't know whether we're going to get the marketplace on there right away. We were speaking about that at the staff meeting, but that's on the whiteboard that I actually had to take off of my wall. There's not really too much more, I guess I could say, other than the Android side. I just bought another tablet, and it won't, it doesn't have enough storage to run that app, run our app. Apparently, it was like a $30 tablet on Amazon for my kids. Um, that's another story. Aiden took a hammer to the other triplets tablet this week.
The apple doesn't fall far from the tree, huh, man?
Hey, easy there, easy there, Tiger. Uh, yeah, but Appland is good now. I'm back, kind of getting back in the rhythm of things. I can only apologize so many times, but I'll say it again. Sorry for kind of being a little absent. If you ever need me, I always have my phone. Obviously, the staff I hope knows that whenever something needs addressed, I'm always there. I always keep up to date on the chats. Um, I know that we have. I'd like to announce. I'm going to steal somebody's thunder, but just to prove I'm paying attention, our Doge pool is now up and running. I believe we have one miner on it. Who would that be, Dragon? You muted me?
That is definitely me.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey, so yeah, we got that's something cool that we're that was one of the things that I just thought about. I need to get on the app. Um, yeah, other than that, I don't know. Any input or anything, question from you guys, Lupe, Dave, Dragon?
Yeah, I will say, a couple things. So one, you mentioned, talking in the chat channels for the app. For sure, if you guys have any comments or suggestions, bugs, whatever it may be, feel free to reach out inside of the Android or the Apple channels. I will say that we all pretty much monitor those all the time. So I would say, yeah, previously speaking, we mentioned, like, create a ticket for everything, and I think we're still kind of to that point to some degree, but I think it might be better for us to kind of shift focus on the way that we approach that. And so, like, if you have comments, suggestions, definitely reach out to us in those channels. And I think that if a staff member is like, "Hey, this is definitely something that we need to keep a log of," then we might suggest to you inside of that channel to create a ticket. For one, because sometimes tickets can just get wild. I mean, we can go like a week or two with no tickets, and then all of a sudden we could do, like, 2 days of like 10 tickets, right? And I think that some discussion around things is good amongst the community. But I think if we all as a staff team see that it's something that, that it's something we need to keep a log of, then we might say, "Hey, thank you for that. Go ahead and create a ticket," and that'll help us kind of keep each other on track. The
Facts.
the next thing is, you mentioned, at first we had the Varus pool, we had the Warthog pool for the app. It's part of the description that I put inside of this live stream is, well, actually, I don't know if most people know or not. If you're an active community member, you probably know, but we have actually, over the last week or two, have implemented a significant increase in the amount of pools that we're offering now. So, Trips brought to the attention of Doge. We also have a BC2 pool, and there's another one I'm missing. But I'm bringing this up because we got Batman behind the scenes doing mad work, as well as Dave, right? But I like to throw this out here just for the lure that we got Dragon, who is basically Batman's Robin, right? So,
That's hilarious.
Dragon, if you want to let us know what all what do you call it, innovations we have with some of the pools, I'll let you go ahead and tell us what we got going and what we're working on. Sorry to put you on the spot. I know we didn't kind of prepare for this, but figured you of all people would probably be able to clue everybody in. Right. Yeah. Great talk. Sorry, we
So
didn't. we,
he didn't
we
even
didn't
play.
prepare for this.
Well, no, he was
So,
like, I don't have anything to talk about, and I'm like, bro, just show
no,
up
you
and see
definitely
it.
had something to talk about. I know you
Solid
didn't. Yeah.
and
So BC2 pool, right? Dave, I guess you can hop in here then, since Dragon is tied up at the moment. I know we had BC2. We implemented Doge, and there was something else that I'm missing. I feel like, is there something else that I'm not thinking of?
No, I don't think so.
I thought there was one other pool.
No, it's warthog,
Maybe
murre,
not.
ironfish, dove.
Ironfish, bears, and okay, cool. Well, by the way, if you guys would like to, we've kind of dove into some other options.
Mhm.
Some things we think could potentially be, a banger at some point, and maybe not, but also we feel like the potential is there. So, um, trips. I apologize because I'm really not that well versed in the pool side of things. Are
You're
you
good.
able to kind of speak on the BC2 situation, or like what's going on with BC2, like what the benefits are? Because before it got brought up in the chat, I really had no idea what this was, and I have a very basic idea. But do you kind of have a better understanding of what BC2 is?
Yeah, I mean, basically the way I understand it, and I'm like, I don't want to say I'm extremely intelligent on it, or versed or anything, but the way I understand it, it's still using SHA-256, which it's going to be a derivative of Bitcoin, which makes it, obviously a sought after algorithm for miners just due to all the hardware. And other than that, I feel like it's kind of just somebody trying to take the idea and flick it another way, which is really cool. And I don't want to say I kept wanting to say fork, but I'm not going to say a fork.
Yeah,
But
see,
it's
that's kind of what my idea was, that it's similar to a fork, but it's not a fork because it's not a deviation. It's
yeah,
just a new approach at options.
right, right. And I mean, the cool thing about it is, in my opinion, the hash rate exploded, which is like what you want in a new token to a certain extent, because a lot of people are interested in it, and all that hardware that's just laying around. Like, if we, and I say we because we're all part of crypto, if we can make it work, that's a whole nother avenue. It really comes down to supply and demand and what the market dictates. um I just looked up price. It was at 7 cents today, which is absolutely phenomenal. I mean, it's only on two okay exchanges. I won't even say
Yeah, well, yeah, we
it.
won't go into that.
There are
Not yet.
it's on two exchanges. But other than that, I don't know too much about, like, quote unquote, what they're doing as far as like innovative differential from Bitcoin. Um Mostly what I know is, again, that it's SHA-256, that it's going to be, it's not a fork, but it's a derivative.
So here's
It's
here's what
okay,
some
here we
people are
go.
saying in chat. Yeah, so
Fatness.
Dave said it's a Bitcoin but started at the beginning, kind of
Right.
vague. And then EL said low transaction fees make sense. Bitcoin's usually high. And then Dave said right now he's got 9 terahash. He gets 40 coins a day, around 230 a day before power. Then Batman said it's Bitcoin, but brand new. They use Satoshi's algo, not much change, but no extended backend, so not all bells and whistles that Bitcoin has. I would say that it seems as if um, that basically here's the positive in my eyes, right? Since it's using SHA-256, and more or less, from what I gather at least, a lot of the options available for Bitcoin as far as the network goes, they're still there. Also, potential for Bitcoin network is there, but Bitcoin is kind of an established network, and we're kind of in a weird phase of like, how do we make this a utility? Um, it gives a lot of people, okay, so me and you, Trips, or whoever else, right? So basically, I have or had recently a whole bunch of mining hardware that I couldn't do nothing with. basically. I had a whole bunch of ETH hardware and it'll work. It's just not anywhere remotely close to efficient enough to use, right? So when you think about like basic, you think about ASIC miners for Bitcoin, we'll say like S9s or like the older, ASICs that have just been rotting away in a closet or in a garage somewhere. Well, now these people can turn these things online and they can do something, but the algorithm still has potential because it's built off of SHA-256 and it can still actually have some sort of utility, which means that we're kind of recycling our old hardware with potential if the developers and whoever's involved can, build on that. That's what I gathered, at least.
So I just DYOR on it. Basically, he said the guy that's speaking for it on Bitcoin Talk is basically saying he wants people to have another chance at 2009. Saw what was happening. It seems like I'll read between the lines with the hash rate and obviously big corporations having the upper hand now with low cost electricity, I'll call it high horsepower machines. So yeah, it's remain identical to Bitcoin, POW algorithm 250 SHA-256, maximum supply 21 million. 21 smallest unit is a Satoshi. I actually like that. It's kind of cool. Um, it's retargeted every 2016 blocks or about 2 weeks for difficulty. Halving is about every 4 years at 210,000 blocks. Um, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it doesn't have, as Batman admirably noted, it doesn't, sorry, I'm reading and talking. It doesn't have any of the like cardinal or ordinals, I'm sorry, or anything of that nature. So it doesn't have any of that stuff. Um, I'm just reading through it more. It's just more jargon. Here, I'll post what I'm actually reading in there.
Throw
Um,
that thing up on live, baby.
yeah, I got it in the chat there. Oh, I could just put my screen on. No, I'm on my phone and then on computer. Sorry. My long story short, this camera is absolute garbage on my laptop, and I dissected the entire rig downstairs is down, gone. So yeah, I'm kind of, but yeah, it looks cool. If it can take off like Bitcoin did, that would be, you know, huge.
Realistically, I think we are like, this is one of those make or break situations for the you're cutting out for some reason, but I think we are realistically in one of those situations that like if if it is one of those duplicates and we make it like you know, this is like buying jelly at like December, the first or second week of December, before that good run. Like you could potentially really hit big. And although it took Bitcoin what 10 years before, maybe not even maybe not even 10 years before, like, you put in $100 and then you made, millions, which I'm not even throwing that out there for BC2, but like I think the fact that Bitcoin paved the way, that if this were to be successful, it would happen a lot quicker than it did for Bitcoin. Maybe not to the point where we're at now with hundreds of thousands, as far as like, the value of the coin, but I think that it would probably grow faster than Bitcoin. But that's just my personal opinion. It's not financial advice. I'm just trying to recognize like, where we're at in trends and how things could work. But I think that Bitcoin has figured out a lot of things through trial and error. And you know, who knows? We might could be wrong. And it doesn't work. But if it does, it could be really cool.
Well, I just think it's admirable of somebody to say, hey, I wanted to give people another shot at 2009 and not harp on the actual details of decentralization and what Satoshi said. They're not trying to be Satoshi. He's just saying we're taking what they did and rebooting it, which as a longtime miner, I mean, it's refreshing to see something new that isn't necessarily doing something new. They're not, I don't know how to say it, but they're not trying to be that next cool thing. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
It's just this worked before, why not do it again? Um, so yeah, I'm really happy we jumped on board with it and we're one of the first pools. I don't
Very
know.
early adopters for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, I don't know which pool we were, how many there were before us. Sorry, I've been out of the
Hey,
loop.
Dave, are you here?
Yes, yes.
So EL asked, can you mine it on a gaming PC like Bitcoin back in the day?
Yeah. And there are some people who are doing it with how easy ASICs are to get. You're not gonna be pushing out like a shit ton of coins, but you can definitely get some pretty decent results because you can also mine it on a nerd miner too. And a decent gaming PC is gonna do like 3, 4, 5 mega hash. So you can definitely start a small bag, and if your plan is to hold, it's definitely possible for sure. I've only done it on one of the nerd miners and my S9 though personally, but yeah.
What's an S9 doing with hash rate right now?
Well, my S9 has a broken hash board, so I'm only getting 9 terahash. So I'm getting 40 coins, which when I calculated it earlier today was like over $2. But you can get those S9s pretty efficient. I think Serpent, he's not here today, but Serpent has a video about it, about getting the S9s really, really dialed in. And someone else has a really, really good video too. But you can like cut the power down to I think like 6, 8, 900 watts and still get some really good results.
So I mean, you're thinking, right? Like, I mean, you're not trying to be efficient right now, correct?
No.
Um,
Like
not
with your
really.
current hash
Not on
rate,
that
you're not.
S9, no.
Yeah. So I mean, if you think about it, right? So if we're doing, we don't care about the number as far as like fiat value, $2, $3, whatever, doesn't matter. Because I mean, realistically, you're holding. So at the
Oh,
end of the day,
100%, yeah.
we're worried about long term here, right? So
Yeah.
I mean,
But 30, 40 coins is insane.
dude, if you made 40 coins, just 40
Back in
coins,
2009,
brother, you would be rolling in dough right now if you never sold, right? And even if we took that to 25%, what's Bitcoin at right now? Anybody know off the top of their head?
I think it's like
100,
111.
111.
112, 3 something. I have one.
112. We'll say 1,000, right? At 25%, that's $28,000. And if you multiply that times 40 coins, that was just one day you did it, brother. That's $1 million. And now, obviously, I don't think any of us here are expecting or hoping to see $112,000 BC2. But I mean, brother, even if we
You
hit a
never know.
20,000 BC2, because I mean, in the world of crypto, anything's possible. But you're still talking $250,000 there. Like that's a good little chunk of change in 10 years, maybe, or however long it takes. Could be 5 years, could be 20 years. We don't know, but I think it
Yeah.
is.
GMG brings up a great point. If you think about it, it will be cheap to list on exchanges and wallets like Tangent since the infrastructure is already
Yeah.
there. It's absolutely correct, 100% correct. I mean, it's the OG, if you will. It's everywhere, so it's baked in everywhere, like you said, like in the infrastructure everywhere. Um, I don't know what wallets are reliable right now. I just posted their GitHub as well. I did find out that there's a Bitcoin number 2. So there's obviously going to be different ones. We want the BC2, right, Dave?
Yes, it's bitcoin-ii.org is the website, and I would try
Right.
to do
Perfect.
everything on the website.
Yep.
It's got everything people need. But
Yeah,
yeah, there's like Bitcoin 2 and Bitcoin 2.0. So yeah, do watch out.
absolutely.
And you
Yeah.
guys gotta keep in mind it's on like the worst exchanges known to man right now.
That's why
And
I
Hey,
keep
it's
saying.
at like 7 cents for a coin that's
Right.
I think it's been out for like 2 months.
Mhm.
so
But they're trying to get safe trade.
Techman Ty said he's got an S9, a single board S9 at 1.1 terahash, 105 watts, which is bananas. That is very
Better
low
than what, a
power.
gamma, I think. Isn't that
Uh,
as good as a gamma? One of the
sounds about right. Yeah. And then Donald, Mr. Walter, you know what I mean, said he has a single hash S9 making 3 terahash using 330 watts, which 330 watts in the grand scheme of things for most people is nothing. I mean, that's, you know, although we're not converting that to any, I'd be willing to bet that my daily driver right here, gaming PC that I rarely use anymore, is probably costing me 300 watts.
Oh yeah,
You know
mine,
what I mean?
dude. When
So,
my kids jamming Roblox, it's at like 525.
exactly. So
Yeah.
that's like negligible. And I mean, oh, so you're what? How many terahash did you say you're getting, Dave, out of your S9?
9 right now. And
And
I
you're
think that's
making
only
$2.
yeah, like 240 is what it was earlier.
So 40 coins.
Yeah.
Let's see. You're doing 9. He's doing 3. So 40 coins at 33%. I mean, you're still making 13 a day. And it doesn't really affect your day-to-day life really at all. So, I
Yeah.
mean, why wouldn't you do that?
I mean,
Because I mean,
just turn up don't turn the AC down, just instead of 72, do like
calm down, dude.
74. You won't even
Calm
notice.
down. You live in the South, brother. You know that's not. We can't do that. Okay. You know we can't do that. But I mean, realistically, dude, you're talking. We're making 13 coins a day at 1 month. That's 400 coins. Who knows what those 400 coins could look like in 5 years? It's
I
like
know.
what ETH Classic wanted to be. You know what I mean?
I know.
That's yeah, and I also read that they're calling it a sister chain. So that's cool that they're not, it's not a fork, it's nothing of that nature. It's just a sister chain. It's kind of cool.
So GMG also said a solo miner hit a block today with only 12 terahash in the JellyFC solo point or solo pool. So GMG, while you're here, if you don't mind, because I'm out of the loop. What's a block pay?
Well, if it's just like that, it would wait. Is the pay? I don't even know what the payout is back then. God, that's so long ago.
A lot. Had to be a lot. A
I'm
good
trying
little
to find.
chunk. What, like 12, 15? Oh, 50. 50 of them. Holy, dude. Holy.
Wow.
Sounds
It's a
like I
nice
need
look.
to. I'm swapping over tonight.
I don't
Solo
have any
though? Should I go
S9s.
solo or should I? Man,
Yeah,
that's
dude.
tough. I
Go
mean, I have
solo.
like 4 terahash.
Yeah, dude. Go solo. I mean, YOLO. Solo YOLO.
Solo YOLO, baby. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah,
All
I
right,
just got
we've
I just got
we've
rid
been
of all
going on
mine.
about BC2 for a while. I think we have a few other things to cover. We covered the app. So, Dave, do you have anything innovative, cool going on right now you want to talk about?
I mean, just to reiterate kind of what we talked on last stream and stuff, we do have the new deposit and withdrawal system in place. So people are completely welcome to continue testing it out, using it. Let us know if anyone has any issues. I've heard everything's been issue free so far, and I've tried initiating things every now and then just to make sure. But everything's looking good for us. But if anyone else does find any issues, just let us know. It is new. And when new things come, they can always come with other things as well, like bugs in the future. But yeah, so just if anyone does make a successful deposit, feel free to ping us and be like, "Hey, everything's going great."
Love
And
it.
then for the update log on the Web3, I haven't updated it in a while, and that's coming because I'm gonna kind of change the update log system. I want something a little bit more interactive and something easier that I can just type something in that I did that day and it be done. So it will be updated hopefully later this week or beginning of next week. That way people can see the progress I'm doing or progress that me and one of the other staff members have done for the portal. Just a little bit easier because I think that'll be just really cool that people can see kind of daily updates somewhere really easy. So be on the lookout for that as well. And then slowly, I don't know if you guys noticed, the deposit page, I've kind of souped up how things look. I'm slowly going on Web3 right now and just fixing some little things. I know I have to list a few of our pools. That's actually on my agenda tonight. So I should be able to get the rest of the pools on Web3 so you can just click the link and just go straight to it. So I have not forgot about it, but it is on my agenda tonight. But besides that, nothing too crazy new. A lot of back end stuff, making sure that mine and Trip stuff integrates really well. I want to make sure that when everyone's ready for this app release, that everyone's accounts and everything saves and syncs up perfectly every single time. Um,
And you're doing awesome on it, man, for what it's worth.
yes. And then to bring up merge, I do have most of the merge data that I can just backlog and roll out. I'm just waiting for a little bit more. We're changing. We have multiple data centers, and before we only had one for everything. So I'm making it a little bit more puzzle piece kind of worthy, and I want to make sure that all the data I'm getting is reliable and it's not doubling down. But merge should be back up soon. There is talks of merge for some other coins on the portal, and there were some ideas thrown around, but I haven't quite landed on exactly what I want to do, and I haven't landed with the staff what we want to do yet. But merge is possible for other coins. We just have to keep in mind with our market cap now. We got to make sure that everyone is sustainable, and with how fast we're growing our pools, I can't just release merge on everything. So,
Yeah,
um,
for sure.
Right.
I
right?
think we'll definitely cover that on Monday.
100%, yes.
Yeah. Hey,
The last
not to interrupt you real quick, but Rad CPU Man asked, "What's the status of backfilling the deposits from the rollback?" And to my knowledge, I thought that was all finished. So is that
Yeah.
finished?
To my knowledge, it was. If you are missing something, please let me know. But I
Send it to.
got as much data back as I could find, and I added the deposits. So if you are missing one, feel free to make a ticket and I'll fix that. But to my knowledge, everyone's was filled. If anyone sold or if anyone added the deposits that didn't get them, I manually added them. I also adjusted some of the roles in Discord as well. So I was keeping up with that. But if you didn't get yours for whatever reason, just please make a ticket. I can easily fix that right away. But to my knowledge, it's all fixed.
I will also mention that Batman said that through trials and tribulations, for those of you who don't know, Mining Core is one of those programs, software that is something that can be utilized for a lot of things. However, it can be a strenuous task to get it to work correctly for certain things. And so Mr. Bruce has been working hand and foot to get Mining Core working properly for especially, I think, BC2. And from what I gather, he has conquered the beast. So I think through his hard work, he is good to go there. So shout out to Batman Mr. Rad CPU Man said, "What was the date of the rollback?" So that would be a question for you, Dave.
The rollback should have all happened probably earlier this month, is what I believe. And it might not show up in your transactions because when I manually add some things, it sometimes adds transactions and sometimes doesn't, depending on how I do it. But if you do think your balance is incorrect, I can actually recalculate with everything that you've sent, or you can, and I can double check. But it should have been earlier this month for sure. So it was a good while ago.
Love it. Cool. I do have a couple things that I'll bring up. I say a couple, it's really just one. So, for those of you who know or don't know, we've been doing for the last, what
Oh
is it, 3 weeks
yeah.
now? I think we've been doing weekly poker tournaments on PokerStars, which has been a load of fun. I have enjoyed myself thoroughly with this. So week one, I think we had like 18 people sign up. I think we had like probably 14 people play. We had some pretty cool prizes for that go around. And then week two, I don't remember. I think it was like 14 or 16 people that showed up, maybe like 12 that played. And then this past week we had, I think 14 signed up, and I think maybe 12 played. So we really didn't have a whole lot of prizes this last go around. So for those of you who don't know, if a staff member plays the tournament and we win a prize, basically what we're doing is we're rolling it into the next event. So I think as a staff team, we've all decided that we're going to do a couple of different prize structures. So like once a month, we're going to have like a big prize structure tournament kind of thing. And that'll probably be like the first week of the month every month, for now at least. Um, and I think myself, Trips, maybe just myself and Trips won some prizes for the first two events. And so basically we rolled those into the next event. And so the in betweens, that's kind of how we're going to do it. We might have like a first through third for the in betweens, but there's nothing like definite there. And so it's been really fun. So for those of you who have been here for a long time, we've always had poker nights, especially in the early stages of the project. And we had a lot of engagement at first. I will say candidly that we probably didn't have this much engagement even back then, right? We probably had like
No.
10 people or less inside of the live stream, or not live stream, inside of the chat, and we'd play poker together. But now it just kind of makes it a little bit more competitive. You know, people aren't just going all in for no reason. I mean, you still have those couple of people there who are testing the waters, Dave. But you know, it's been fun. So, for those of you who would like to join in, as of right now, we took a community poll, and for the most part, everybody said that Tuesdays work best for everyone. So, what we're doing is 10 p.m. Eastern Time on Tuesday nights. We have a tournament. You just register for PokerStars. The cool thing about PokerStars is if you're a new user, all you got to do is what do they call that thing? You got to verify your email address, and then you get like
And
50,000 coins
50K.
or something, and that gives
Absolutely.
you enough to join the tournament. And then, you know, if you're one of those people who likes to look at things more than others, like me, I think you get 15,000 coins every 4 hours if you click a button. So there's plenty of opportunity for you to earn enough free play money to hop in the tournaments. And like I said, we'll be doing those every Tuesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern time until, you know, hopefully this doesn't
Further
happen, but
notice.
until the time that, you know, nobody shows up. So um, I think the next event, which is going to be the 2nd of September, that'll
Yeah.
probably be our bigger prize structure. So this will be a fun one if you want opportunity to win a couple of things, like whether it be a nerd miner or some goodies that Brandon has, or I know Dave has thrown around some ideas of some things. Honestly, I have some stuff laying around that I need to get rid of too, so we might throw those in there. But also Jelly. So I think for depending on how many people show up, the first event we played out through 10th place. And keep in mind, we're paying attention to people who are actually playing and who aren't. So if you signed up and you didn't play, you won't get paid out. But I know that the last event we noticed that some people didn't recognize that you could sign up early, and then if you weren't able to make it right at 10, then if you signed up, you would at least be able to come in late. But another thing too is we're allowing a 30-minute late reg. So you have plenty of time to join in and have some fun with us. And yeah, so we'd like to see as many people as we can. It was fun. I had a blast. My boy Batman, he went from like 14th to like 13th. And then the next one he went to second. You know what I mean? He was out here killing the game. He was watching some poker videos, obviously,
That was
throughout that week.
wild,
So
man.
yeah, it was fun, man. So I
Yeah, it
hope to
was
see
wild.
a lot more people there. But yeah. Other than
Yeah,
that, I don't really know. I don't
I
think we
got.
have much more to cover, right?
No, I got nothing. I'm
Got
gonna.
nothing. Dave, Dragon, you guys got anything else you want to add?
Nah, I don't really have anything going on right now. I should have a finalized 3D print for the big screen nerd miners. Hopefully, going to Brandon here soon.
I
Nice.
love it. Why don't you tell people about that? The people who don't know what we have going on. What are you working on right now?
I don't have the ability to share my screen right now,
That's fine.
but it's a desk. It's a desk nerd miner that shows the time and everything on it, the price. If you're nerdy, it tells you, your how many difficulty and everything on it. But I made a desk version of it because the version it comes with is literally just two pieces of plexi. So this is going to sit at about a 45-degree angle.
Nice.
And I've got a prototype tested. I just got to now figure out the mounting for the two pieces to sandwich the board. It has the ability to put a 40 millimeter fan powered by the nerd miner, and it does not affect the hash rate. I've been doing power tests on it with a USB, I forget what they're called, voltmeter, and it's been drawing anywhere between 0.6 and 1.12 watts. And it gets 1 mega hash.
Ooh,
Wow.
that's interesting.
And the idea for this came from Vaping Dave. He had asked me if I could create one, and I was like, ain't got nothing better to do. Let's do it.
Famous last words.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah. I remember the last time we heard
That's
that.
awesome, dude. That's awesome, dude.
I love it.
All right, you want to sign us out, bub?
Yes, sir. Thank you all for joining. It was fun. I think we still have about 5 people who haven't smashed the like button. So if you're here, you didn't smash it, you know the drill. It's greatly helps us out, get some more exposure to the project. But I believe that's it. Once again, thank you guys for joining. And we will see you guys next week.
See you on the flip side.